Hello students. Last time in class we started if statement and some programs we have done about if statement. First is syntax of if statement. In syntax part, if condition need a command that gives either true status or false status. So if then control command, then keyword is used here. Then we write some statements that to be executed if the condition is true. In else part, the statements that can be executed if the state expression is not true or it is false. So here control command can be any command which give exit status, or we can use test command or we can use these square braces. ये सभी हम क्लास में कर चुके हैं. कौन कौन से प्रोग्राम्स हमने बनाए थे वो हम सब डिस्कस कर चुके हैं. फिर भी इस पीपीटी के अंदर रिपीटेड है, आप देख सकते हैं. नेक्स्ट वन इज़ प्रोग्राम टू कंपेयर कंटेंट्स ऑफ टू फाइल्स. ये प्रोग्राम भी हम क्लास में कर चुके हैं. आप लोग इस प्रोग्राम को अपनी फाइल में नोट कर लीजिएगा. In this program, first we have written the echo statements. Echo enter the first file name. Then we have used here read statement to read the file name. Again the same statement, enter the second file name and read file name too. So here you have to enter the file name that exists in the current directory. Next, students ignore the bullet here. It is not required in the program. It is part of PPT. If compare CMP $f name 1, this is a variable name. Then again $f name 2. Students, here dollar is used with the variable name, and every time we use variable it should be preceded by a dollar symbol. Then the keyword echo files are same, else files are not same. So this is a small program to compare two files. This program we did in the class. Next one is if else if statement. If we have to compare, if the condition is not true, then else part. If we want to compare further, if in else part if, so we need not to write again and again if else if else if else. So the alternate option is in Unix if expression 1. Here we have used test command, or sorry, square braces, then keyword that is green color, statements that to be executed if the expression part 1 is true, else if, else ELIF. Then again we have to use then keyword. Next, if this part is not true, expression 2 is not true, then it goes to expression number 3, else if. Then statement to be executed if the expression 3 is true. Last is else part. If none of the above expressions are true, statement to be executed if no expression is true. It means in all conditions, all above conditions are false. Then else part will be executed. The benefit of ELIF is we have to use F5 to end the if statement only one time. Only one time. If and closed by, this is closed by F5, right? If we see the previous example, if is closed by F5 and it is also part of the initial if statement. But if we use multiple else if we need to use multiple number of F5 to match the if and F5s. Next one is numerical test operators, that also we did in the class. Minus EQ is used to equal to compare, minus GE greater than or equal, minus GT greater than, minus LE less than or equal, minus LT less than, minus NE is not equal. These operators are used either with the test command or with the square braces. We did the program in class to check whether a given number is even number or odd number. So students also write that program in your file. Next one is write a shell script to compare two numbers, either which one is large. So if here A and B they are assumed, so I have not written all the statement to enter the first number and second number, only the if part it is written here. If $A minus EQ space $B space square braces. Student, you need to concentrate here. There must be space between square braces start then dollar. There must be a space. At the end also, after B, there must be a space between B and the closing braces. Same way, there must be spaces on both side of minus EQ. Next, if dollar A is equal to dollar B, then echo statement it will be displayed A is equal to B. Else if in this part we are checking A is greater than B, then we will display the message, the program will display A is greater than B. Else if A is less than B, then A is less than B, and else I think this condition will not occur here if both the numbers are numerical numbers. None of the condition met, and this if is closed by Fi. So write this program also in your file. Next one, the program to greet good morning, good evening, good night to the user according to the system file, system time. So here also you can use alternate command that we did in the class, that is cut command, but you can use this time. In time variable we store here the date. डेट के साथ हमने क्या यूज़ किया, प्लस परसेंटेज कैपिटल H. इट इंडिकेट्स द आवर्स टाइम. द डेट कमांड गिव्स hours in 24-hour format. So if it is 15, it means it is 3 o'clock 3 p.m. So if time is less than 12, if the time is less than 12, as a time is started from 1 to 24. Here if time is less than 12, then good morning. If time is less than 16 means less than 4, it means it is good afternoon. If time is less than 20 means that is less than 8 p.m. This is good evening, else that will be good night. So this is a simple format how you can display message of good morning, good evening, good night according to a system time. So time variable they have used, and with time you need to concentrate here both sides, time equal then backtick. So there will be no space on any side of the equal symbol, date then space plus and percentage. There must not be any space between plus and percentage, as we did date command in the starting of the session. So this date command option is used here to store the hours in time variable. Here time variable is assigned the current time, current hours time. So again write this program in your file. Next one is logical operators. Logical operators, we have three type of logical operator: or, and not. So first one, negation symbol, it indicate not. Minus O, that is or. Here we are using this condition, the example we have taken, minus if the condition, within condition if dollar A is less than 20 or dollar B is greater than 100, means value is either less than 20 or greater than 100 in both conditions. But if we write the same pattern like this, dollar A is less than 20 minus O minus GT 100. So this part gave error because the second part minus GT 100, यहाँ पर GT किसे compare करेगा, कोई variable नहीं है. So we need here dollar A. So this statement is wrong. Every time we write here, this is one part, this one, and this is second part. So we are combining two statement, conditional statements, their true and false status with or logical operator. Last one is A. A means and means if both conditions will be true, then only the condition will be true. If any of the condition is false, then the answer will be false. So minus O, minus A, and negation symbol. These are three logical operators. Next is file test operators in if statement. Minus B here block oriented file. Minus C is character oriented file. Minus D is directory file, and minus F is ordinary file. So this type of program also we did in the class. This is simply a revision for if statement. Next one is same conditions, minus S indicate here. If we write if within square braces minus s, then file name. It return true if the file exists and has a greater size than 0, means having size more than 0 byte, then the status will be true. Next condition, next 4 condition, minus f, minus b, minus c, minus d, these are repeated. Minus r, minus w and minus x, these are main, or you can say these are helpful in our shell programming. Minus r indicate the file has read permission. Minus w indicate the file exists and it have writable permission. Minus x, file exists and have executable permission. So these all we have used in the program. The program is first program, small program, to check whether a file is ordinary file or not an ordinary file. Simply we use echo, enter the file name, read I is used as a file name, you can use any variable. If within square braces we are checking the condition, so here the variable is $I minus f, then $I. File name will be written at the right hand side of minus f. So minus f, if the file is ordinary file, then echo, the file name is ordinary file and we have displayed the contents with the cat command, else file name is not an ordinary file. So this is very simple program with 3-4 lines. Next one is file test operators. All test operators we have discussed, minus r, minus w and minus x. Here we use how we have to use these operators. So again same way, within square braces minus r along with the file name. Here file name is used with dollar symbol because it is a variable, and whenever we use any variable it must be preceded by dollar symbol. Next one is program to check whether a file name entered through the keyboard is an ordinary file or a directory file. Then again they give condition, if it is an ordinary file, check if it have read permission. If it have read permission, then display its contents. Check if ordinary file have write permission, then append the file contents. If the file is not an ordinary file, then check for if it is a directory file. If it is a directory file, again check if it have read permission. If the directory have read permission, then check its contents using ls command. If the directory have write permission, then delete any file from the directory. So this program is lengthy one, but this can be asked in final examination. So here enter the file name, read, f1 variable is used as file name. If test, here we are using test as a control command. In this example we have not used square braces, it's optional. It's optional means it's your choice, either you can use test command or you can use square braces. If test minus f $f1, then if this condition is true, then check if the file has read permission. If test minus r $f1, if this condition is true, then display the contents by cat $f1. If further, if it is having read permission, then they have checked it. If test minus w $f1, if the file has write permission, then we have used here cat double greater. Students, cat double greater is used to append a file. So this is the first part of the program. First part of the program, ordinary file, then check whether the contents are readable. If it is having read permission, then display contents. If it have write permission, then append the content. So this first part is done. Second is, if a file is a directory file. If a file is a directory file, else, if it is not an ordinary file, in else part they checked if test minus d $f1. If it is a directory file, then test minus x $f1. Student, in case of directory we need to check always first the executable permission. If a directory is not executable, it means it is not accessible. If it is not accessible, it means we cannot touch it. We cannot touch its inode table, so we cannot read the contents, even we cannot delete or append the table. So after checking either a directory has a executable permission or not, then we are checking if it is having read permission. If it is having read permission, then display the contents by ls command, ls $f1. Further, after read permission, here we have used if test minus w $f1. If the directory has write permission, then enter the file name which you want to delete. So, if which you want to delete, that's your choice. Read read f2. Sorry, students never use dollar whenever you read any variable. Next is remove command rm $f2. F2 is not a file name, it is a variable here. So, in this way, as you can see, the statement of the program is having more words as compared to the words or that are used in program. So, at the first look it looks like a bulky program, but it is very easy and very small if you have understanding of the concepts of file operators. File operator, again I will repeat, in file operator what we have: execute permission, read permission and write permission. So, next one is case statement. This is new part. Whenever we use multiple if statements, we can replace it by using case statement. As in C, we use case statement. Here also we have case statement, but the case statement is closed by reverse letter of case. As if statement was closed by fi, so in the same way case is closed by ESAC statement. So, exactly opposite of the case statement. Next, the syntax of case statement. Students, same as a C program case, here we used choice in case of C language. So, case dollar variable name in pattern 1, pattern 2, pattern 3 and so on. Last one is star symbol, it is default case. So, pattern 1, command 1, pattern 1 means in pattern 1 if the choice match. So, you can write multiple commands, then the pattern 1 or the choice 1 is closed by a double semicolon. It is mandatory, same as a break statement they use in C programs. So, whenever we write case choice statement or case statement in C language, we use break statement here. So, at the place of break they have used in C Linux, we need to use these two semicolons. Next one is pattern 2, same way if the choice number 2 match, then these commands will be executed. Again the pattern 2, choice 2 is closed by a double semicolon, again it is mandatory, pattern n and so on, but the last case is star indicates the default case, means if none of the condition match, then this case will be executed. You can write any statement in this part also, and the last part that is closed by ESAC. So, next we are using a program, simple program. Here we have used fruit is a variable and in fruit we have stored kiwi. So, case choice, that is case dollar fruit is a variable, so it is preceded by dollar symbol. Apple, in first choice is pattern is apple. We have used double quotes here as we have used double quotes in the kiwi also. So, apple, if the fruit is apple, eco apple pie is quite tasty. As we have used kiwi, so this part will not be executed because the kiwi fruit in this case doesn't match. Next one is banana and the third one is kiwi. So, third part will be executed as per this example. So, New Zealand is famous for kiwi, this statement will be displayed. Each case is closed by double quotes, double semicolon and closed by, case is closed by ESAC. This is simple example to understand the syntax of the case. Next one is, this is the program that can be asked in exam. You have to write a program, write a shell script to display according to the choices, display present working directory if the user's choice is 1, display current date if user's choice is 2, display current month calendar if the user's choice is 3 and exit if the choice is 4. So, program code is enter the choice, read the choice with any variable, here we have used ch, case $ch in means choice variable is ch. If this choice is 1, first case is display present working directory. So, to display present working directory, which command we use? pwd. Next one is echo today's date is display current date, second part. So, second part, today's date is date. With date command we have used here backticks, not single quotes. So, each choice is terminated or closed by double semicolon. Third part was display current month calendar. Echo display current month calendar $CAL. Here we need not to use this $CAL. We can directly use backticks. So there is a mistake, you can correct it. As same as date command, you can close the CAL within backticks. Double semicolon to close this choice, and 4 is to exit, we can write here exit. Further, if you want to write here default case, after exit double semicolon, then you can write here star is wrong choice, and then ESAC. This is a simple program. These type programs can be asked in exam, final exam. Next one is second pattern of if statement. In this if statement part, we have choice. Means earlier we have to match one by one, but here we can have multiple pattern, or this pipeline means either this pattern or this pattern, means pattern 1 or pattern 2. Next, if pattern 1, either pattern 1 match or pattern 2, these commands will be executed from command 1 to command n. In second choice, either pattern 3 match or pattern 4, then this part of commands will be executed. If pattern 5, either pattern 5 either or pattern 6 or pattern 7, any of the pattern will be matched, then these commands will be executed. So this type of format is new maybe for you. So in Linux we can have multiple patterns, not a single choice only. So star again is the last, that is default. So this is a second syntax of case statement with multiple patterns in one choice. Its example is, here we have used again a program echo enter the character. We read the character by a variable word, case $word. Student, you need to care here, whenever we use any variable, always precede the variable name with the star. So if the word you entered is apple or orange, the statement that will be executed will be echo word is a fruit name. Next one, in second choice, either brinjal or potato. You can increase either brinjal, potato, pipeline onion, pipeline peas, any number of patterns may be within one choice. So here we have given only two patterns, brinjal and potato. Each word is vegetable name. Again this case is closed by a double semicolon. Third one is, if the word entered by the user is dog or cat, either of the word is entered by the user, the statement will be executed echo word is animal name. Last one is sparrow or sparrow or parrot. Each word is a bird name. So this type of pattern is new in Linux. Maybe you have not used this type of pattern in any other language. Other than this, there is another format, that is range. So in chapter 9 shell meta character we have used these square braces. Square braces के अंदर जो भी आप लिखेंगे उसमें से कोई भी एक कैरेक्टर मैच होगा. यहाँ पर भी क्या है, एक कैरेक्टर मैच होगा. So this program is to check whether a character entered through the keyboard is a vowel or a consonant. Whether a character entered through the keyboard is a vowel or consonant. Vowel आपके क्या रहेंगे, A, I, O, U. So if any of the character entered through the keyboard, it must be displayed as a vowel. If any of the character other than this A, E, I, O, U entered through the keyboard, is that will be a consonant. So how we have used this concept with the case statement, echo enter a character, read the character by ch. In case we have used the ch variable preceded by dollar symbol. In first choice, because this is again new, this range square braces indicate if we have 5 letters here, A, E, I, O, U, any of the letter may be entered through the keyboard by the user. If any of these letter match, then the statement will be executed. Echo enter character is a vowel. If you have entered B, C, D, any other character, then the first choice doesn't match. It means it goes to the second choice, and in second choice what we have used, negation symbol. Negation A, E, I, O, U. It means if these characters are not entered by the keyboard, means other than this, then enter character is a consonant. Students, here if we enter 7 or 8 or 9 digit, it treat as consonant. So you need to care for this, because the program is designed in such a way that the user enter only alphabet A to Z. So if you press here 7 or 8, it will display enter character is a consonant, because the condition true will be it is not A, E, I, O, U, right? So you have to care for this. You need to enter either A, I, O, U, or other than these only alphabets. Last one is star. It means echo, sorry, wrong choice. So if you enter any other character, that can be for the default case. So again, write this program in your file. Next one is write a shell script to check whether the entered character from the keyboard is alphabet, numeric digit, or a special character. So next is enter the character, read the choice. Here we have used the variable choice, case, dollar choice in. So here we use range also and pattern option also. So both two syntax we have combined here, small a to z, pipeline, capital A to Z. So student, in your book Yashwant Kanetkar, it is given small a to z as a one choice. In second choice they have used capital A to Z. It is given, but practically it is not working just because of their sky values. The sky values that comes, it will display the character that is in lower range, means that it will not be displayed, it will be displayed only one range. So you have to write this program. This will be executed. If you write according to book, it will not execute it. So A to Z, small a to z, either small a to z or pipeline red in red color, or capital A to Z, then the message will be displayed. Enter character is alphabet in small letter. So it is not in small letter, correct, it is simply a, so this is a mistake. You need to write here only character is a alphabet. Next one is if the enter character is from 0 to 9, then message will be displayed, that is the enter character is not a alphabet, it is a digit. Again you need to correct it. So echo character is a digit. The last one is echo character is a special character. So here I have not used any number of characters, because it will create problem for you. If you were in class, then it may be corrected, but now as an online class it is not feasible. Here we have to use multiple symbols, dollar, at the rate, greater than, some will work and some will not work. So simply use star. If the entered character is not A to Z or 0 to 9, it simply is a special character. So here the question may arise, ma'am, if we press F9, then also it will display special character. Yes, other than these key it will be a special character, but to match special character you have to give, you can see the example in book. There are number of special characters greater than, question mark, at the rate, dollar, hash. As some characters are used as a meta character in your Unix system, so we cannot use here for the comparison purpose. So we simply write here star, star is a default case. So this is case structure. Next we will start looping. So enough for today. Execute these programs if you have Linux on your laptop. Otherwise simply understand these and see the demo of programs. If there is some video on the YouTube, or write these programs in your file. Thank you students.